Paul, everybody in the cheap seats. Gobeithio byddwch chi'n gweld. I hope you don't look too much at my bald patch. Beth bynnag, croeso cynnes i chi, a very warm welcome to you all here to Glyn y Weddw, to an evening really which is going to provide and maybe give you a taste of Welsh culture, and especially the Noson Lawen. Now these are two words you're going to hear a lot about this evening, and I'll be taking phone numbers at the end, and in a couple of weeks I'll be texting you to see if you remember Noson Lawen. Now Noson Lawen by now is a very rich part of our culture. It's something that started, would you believe, many years ago when people used to gather together in the little farmhouses, the little crofts here in Wales. And don't laugh now, but the main pastime, or one of the main pastimes, was knitting. Knitting socks. In fact, there are areas up here which are famous for socks. Like Bala, where I live at the moment, used to be the main town for socks throughout the United Kingdom. And I'm not talking about ladies knitting socks. The men were the main masters of sock knitting. As you can imagine by now, English is my second language, so please bear with me if I do get into a bit of a kerfuffle, because the notes I've been given are also in Welsh, so I've got to think on my feet here, which is quite tricky when you get to my age. So Noson Lawen is why we're here. I will talk mainly in English. I know there are a few Welsh people here. I hope you can follow. But as I said, the main reason we're here is to give you all visitors to the area, however you come to be in this fantastic place this evening, Glyn y Weddw, just to give you a taste of what we do with the evening kind of thing. So I hope you'll enjoy. We have some very talented people here. My role is traditionally every Noson Lawen. As I said, the Noson Lawen started in people's homes where they used to gather together to do communal knitting. You know, I suppose it was fun at the time, wasn't it? Had Big Brother or X Factor, so they used to, you fancy coming around my house to do a bit of knitting? And so, as you can imagine, knitting can be quite boring. So they started sort of entertaining themselves as well, informally, and they would ask, oh, you know, the Joneses from Hendry, can you do, they were famous for doing their bit, their song or whatever. So they would start entertaining, and that's how the Noson Lawen started. Noson is evening, Lawen is happy or jolly. So you can say tomorrow when you call home and said, oh, we were in Llanbedrog last night and we had a jolly evening. It was Noson Lawen. So that's how it all got started. And then from that it developed then in later years to become a gathering of people in a hall or traditionally in a barn. That's where the Noson Lawen usually took place. I'm saying barn because I sometimes say cowshed and it doesn't sound the same, you know, when people go home over the border and they say, well, you know, in Wales they all gather together in the cowshed and go to sing. So traditionally in the barn, and they would put bales of hay, whatever, the audience would sit on the bales. But the main thing was, it was very informal. People used to just turn up and have to do their own thing, you know, if you were good at music or telling stories or whatever, then the arweinydd, I'm the arweinydd, which is like the compere, would call you up. You'd come up and you'd do your own stuff. So informality is the key. I'm just covering my own back here because I don't know what's coming next. But it was a very informal setting and people used to come up and do their stuff. When the radio came to Wales, 40s, 50s, then the Noson Lawen became a very well-known radio programme in Wales. And people, you know, used to, you can't miss the Noson Lawen. And some very famous people grew from that, from the Noson Lawen. They became stars in their own right. Then in I'm running out of dates here, 1982, when we got S4C, which is our own Welsh language television channel, then the Noson Lawen was one of the first programmes to be shown. And that was very basic. It was in a barn, people sitting on bales of hay, and it was just local people really doing their own thing. And to this day, the Noson Lawen still goes on S4C. Mind you, it has changed a bit with lights and glitter, and you know, they tend to go for young, good-looking people now, not old fatties like me. But the idea is still the same, and I think they've done something like over 350 programmes of Noson Lawen over the years. So it's still quite a major part of S4C and the Welsh language. So that's enough of that. So that's that bit of paper gone. As I said, it's very informal, so I will try and teach you a few Welsh words as I go along as well. All good words. Okay? Tonight we're not doing naughty words. So, as I said, we've got a combination of singing, dancing. I'm not doing the dancing, by the way. Hopefully a bit of humour. And just a good mix, really, of what goes on in Noson Lawen. As I said, I must apologise for being in such a fantastic building, because we're supposed to be in the cowshed. If you've had a chance to look around, brilliant. If you haven't had enough time, then Glyn y Weddw is open every day for you to have a wander around. As you can see, there's some fantastic things to be seen here, so please call back. And if you're really desperate, then there's another Noson Lawen next Wednesday as well. And there's a young man then, a youngster who's the compere then. Or is it me again? Is it? Oh, I'm sorry about that. So, as I said, very informal. But saying informal, I must stress that some of the musicians, some of the dancers, well, all of them really tonight, I hope you'll be amazed at the talent they have. This is all homegrown talent. These are all local people. They've grown up since they were this high, most of them, working their way through the national eisteddfods. We have little eisteddfods. Every village has an eisteddfod, and that's more of a formal gathering where you compete. But most of these people have started, you know, in Wales, you take part in an eisteddfod before you can walk. And most of these have gone through many an eisteddfod and moved on to the national eisteddfod, this, that and the other. So I hope you'll enjoy. And I'm here, as I said, to compare, or what we call these days, the Alka-Seltzer job. That's the official term, because I'm here to keep things moving. So I'll be popping backwards and forwards and this, that and the other. I hope you'll enjoy. The toilets, by the way, are there, which I should have said at the beginning. When I'm here sort of keeping things moving, then please don't be afraid to walk and go wherever you want, okay? Because as I said, it's informal. If you were in a cowshed, then you wouldn't have far to walk, but please respect Glyn y Weddw and use the toilets over there. And if you've got a mobile phone, can you just please switch it off or put it on silent or whatever. Fire drills, if you hear bells ringing, then all the exits are marked. And I just thought, since you don't know your way around, we'd have a quick practice. We should just follow. It's all very well signposted. So that's enough for me, just to give you a bit of background, really. My name is Dilwyn, by the way, and if you work for the Inland Revenue, my name is Tom, and I live on the island over there. But please enjoy yourselves, and don't rush away after. We can have a chat or whatever after, and I can answer